Professor Wergeles here. We just finished the demos. Now we're going to open up the second directory, JavaScript, and we're going to look at location.html. So let's open this up. Now we're going to start slow with JavaScript because it's a new language. Let's talk about the different locations that we can have when using JavaScript. We talked about the first one, which is going to be in the head. Now remember, JavaScript goes in a script tag, and in this case, we're going to be placing it in the head section. So I'm going to put a little space here. Let's focus on just this script tag here. You'll see it's in the head. I'm going to give it a little space so you can see it easier. Zoom in a little bit. Now, if I want to print using JavaScript, I'm going to do what's called a console.log. This is how you can do a print. Let's say system.out.print in Java or printf in C. Here I'm going to say head hello. There's actually a few ways I can do a print. I can do a console log or an alert. But here you're going to see I have a script tag. That's where JavaScript goes, and it's in the head. Now, how can I see this print? Well, here's my page. If I right-click and do an inspect, you're going to see Chrome's developer tools appear, and it's actually going to be here in the console. So you see elements. You also see console. We talked about the box model here in Chrome. If I click on the console, you're going to see this show up right here. If I refresh the page, you'll see head hello. So whenever I say open up the console, you right-click on the page, do an inspect, elements will appear, go to the next tab called console, and you'll see the hello that we placed in the script tag. The other way we can print would be to display an alert. I can say on the window, which is going to be the browser, I'm going to display an alert, and let's say head hello here. If I refresh, you'll see the console prints out hello, and then I have my alert. What's nice about an alert is it actually stop the execution flow. So if I refresh, you'll see it hasn't even loaded the div, the animation. It hasn't loaded it yet. It hit the alert, so now it's stopping. It's waiting for this alert. So it loaded sequentially like we talked about in the slides, line by line, hits the alert. It's waiting. You'll see it's refreshing. Once I click the alert, it goes through and loads the rest of the page. Now remember, JavaScript can be located in the head, and we can also print, so JavaScript can be displayed through the console or a window alert, which is what you're going to see here. I have the console. We saw what the console is. It's in the developer tools on Chrome, or I can display through an alert, which is actually going to pop up and then stop the execution flow. Okay, well, what about JavaScript linked externally? Remember, in the slides, we talked about having another script tag, and this script tag is going to have a source on it. Okay, we're going to call it app.js. Remember, JavaScript files have a JS extension, and then that's it. Okay, you just close the script tag, and there's nothing in the middle. So JavaScript can also be linked externally. Now, you'll see if I have errors with my code, it's going to show up in the console. So it's saying app.js is not found. So I get a 404 error, which means page is not found. We need to create that. So I'll go in brackets. I'm going to open up a new file. Before I type anything, I usually like to save it immediately. And I'm going to put that in our JavaScript folder. And let's just call it app.js, the same as what we did in the code. And if I save this location file, refresh, you'll see I don't get that error anymore. But there's nothing in the app.js, so we need to actually program something in here. Now, here's how I do a JavaScript comment. It's actually going to look like a C comment. So you'll usually put a comment, say this file was created by Professor Wergeles. And maybe put the date and what's the purpose. So I'm going to do the same prints here. I'm going to do a console log. And let's say external howdy. And let's do a window alert. After I place this content in the external file, if I do a refresh and everything's linked properly, you'll see head hello, so that's loaded first, and then external howdy. You'll see it's in the console and in the alert. Now what's cool about external CSS and external JavaScript is they behave the same, so it matters on which one is loaded first. So right here, the head is loaded first. If I take this external script and put it first, refresh the page, you'll see external prints first and then head prints second. So it matters on which one's loaded first. HTML starts with the doc type, loads the HTML tag, loads the head. It's going to load this script. Then it's going to come down here and load this internal script. It's going to go down and load the body, and so on. So it's loaded sequentially line by line. So whichever one's loaded first will be the one that executes first in this example. Now, we have more to come. We're going to talk about the script tag in the body. We're going to talk about how that improves efficiency. Stick with Professor Wergeles, and we'll see you in the next video.